Hi, I'm Harmony,
I'm Antonio.
and last year we traded in his sporty Honda Civic for a Nissan Pathfinder because we had a dream of getting a trailer so our family could go camping.
Yeah, and we have limited budget, so we were trying to figure out what was the best way to do it.
Exactly, we couldn't afford a huge truck. We have 4 kids and 2 dogs, so we needed to be able to carry all of them, and we couldn't afford like the big Expedition or Suburban.
Also, we have no experience about it, so we have to learn from scratch.
Yes, so first time we researched and we realized that the Nissan Pathfinder, it had one of the biggest towing capacities for the small SUV or the medium-sized SUV. It can tow 6,000 pounds, which is pretty good.
And we did research regarding how would be the best way to do it. We learned a lot of, I don't know how you call it, like metrics or
Yes.
information and payload and the towing. So we like safety, obviously.
Right.
We don't want to do anything that's not wise.
And one mistake first time people make, they see, oh, my car can tow 6,000 pounds. So they think, I can get a 6,000 pound trailer. But really, we got good advice from my dad. He said, you want to aim for probably half of what your towing capacity is. So when we were looking at trailers, we were trying to find something around 3,000 pounds.
The other thing is we were looking for a used one, but with the used one you need to know, to have knowledge, I guess, and to have a lot of cash available for you to do that move, and we ended up getting a new one.
Right, and so I want to do a tour through the trailer we ended up getting because I think it's amazing, the layout and how it can accommodate a family with 4 kids and 2 dogs, and one of our dogs is a good sized dog.
Yes.
So the layout's really important. We have double full-size bunk beds and a Murphy bed, so I'll go through that inside the trailer. But it ended up being, it's 3,400 pounds dry weight, and we probably with with the hitch and everything we fill it with, when we weighed it this last time, it was 4,000 pounds. So
we're on the limit. we are here in Florida, in Destin, Florida, in a state park. So we had to bring different things that we usually don't carry when we are camping around Texas.
All the things for the beach. But it's been amazing, and I just want to encourage people who think, oh man, I could never do that. I can't afford an expensive tow vehicle, or we have more than 2 kids, so how could we fit in one of the trailers that usually this size, it's 17 foot and very lightweight. Usually they only sleep 4 or 5 people, but we sleep 6 of us, and we actually would have room for 1 more at the age our kids are right now. As
it's a
they
perfect
grow,
age, because we have one is 7 years old, 2 9-year-old, and 1 12-year-old.
It's been one of the best decisions we've ever made as a family because it has pushed us out to be adventurous together. We have seen things we never would have seen, experience. We do a lot of state parks.
We did it last year. Pennsylvania, Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico. We are from Texas. We love Texas state parks. We have been several Texas state parks, and now we are in Florida. We have been in Mississippi. It's just such a beautiful experience.
What it allows you to do on a tight budget is amazing. We're staying for 5 days in Destin, Florida, and it's literally $30 a night. And so for a family of 6 plus 2 dogs, for us to take a vacation to Destin would be close to impossible. We are literally walking distance from there. We've been going every day.
Yeah,
Anyway, I'm gonna start showing you some of my favorite features of, we got the Forest River Wildwood. I'm looking at it to make sure I do it right. FSX.
It's right there, 179 DV.
Thank you. 179 DVKX. I was looking at the other one. So the Forest River Wildwood 179 DVKX is an excellent excellent choice for a family with more than 2 kids who needs more space,
Limited budget.
limited budget, and dogs. And I'm going to show you all of that right now. So just quickly, we got the 2018 Nissan Pathfinder, and it's probably a mess inside from all 6 of us being in there, but the back seat folds one side, well actually 2 sides could fold down, but we fold down one side and we put a portable dog crate in there so our largest dog can ride, be nice and contained in there, and then our other dog is small and he rides on Antonio's lap. But it's pretty amazing that a vehicle this small can tow something that has the capacity of handling a family of 6 and 2 dogs. And another reason we needed something like the Pathfinder is because it still had to be Antonio's commuter car. When we're not off on adventures, he still has to go to work, and so we didn't want a gas guzzler. And the Pathfinder is a pretty good in-between SUV. He's been able to just continue using it for work. And so here's our Florida campsite. I will mention a few things as we go that have maybe made the biggest, what we like the most, like add to the atmosphere and everything. So these lights, we love. They're plastic, super easy to store, super lightweight. We got 3 strands of them, and when we're setting up our campsites, we always add this if we're gonna be at least 2 nights wherever we're going, because at night it is amazing the atmosphere it creates. We love it. And it's fun to walk around every evening and see other people's lights. Everybody does a different setup. The whole camping community is super fun. Everybody is really nice and understanding. My kids are hanging out right here. Under this awning. We love the awning. It really doubles your space because you can hang out here. I guess we moved the table for some reason. Sometimes it's over here, and it's part of our outdoor living space. See all of our beach towels from going to the beach every day. But I'm gonna go in and show you what I love, some of my favorite things about the Forest River 179 DBKX. So, and also, like, some people do videos and they're not actually on a camping trip, so it looks cleaner. But we are actually literally camping right now, and so you can see how clean it still can be, even while you're camping. With this many people packed, it's amazing. So this is the Murphy bed, and this was one of the selling points for us because in the daytime we can actually utilize the couch, and then at night all you do is lift this latch and this bed comes down, the mattress comes down, and it's a queen size bed. So that is wonderful. It really is a good use of space. Now, we recently just bought this 4-drawer stand or whatever, and it's a lifesaver. You really do need this. Right now, each of our kids have their own drawer, and they were able to fit all the clothes for our trip in one drawer, and they each have their little area. It's great. It also adds some counter space. So that's an addition that we've added. Here is the dinette, and all 4 kids, and sometimes myself as well, can fit at the dinette, and then usually Antonio will be over here when we have meals inside, although we try to do a lot of our meals outside. And having a camper this size really does push you outside, which is the goal. You can mount a TV right up here. Let me see, TV backer, it shows. But at this point, we really kind of prefer to not have the TV because our goal for going out is to be outside and having family time. We also added this little shelf. It's been really helpful, as you can see, for keys and flashlights and cords. I love having a microwave when you're in a pinch. It's just really helpful to heat up leftovers or microwave popcorn. you have a 2-burner stove. This opens up so you can, when it's down, utilize it as counter space. There's 1 drawer, so there's not a lot of drawers, not a lot of storage space, but we got different dividers, and it's sufficient. I forgot to show there is a cabinet over the Murphy bed. It's not organized. Some people have done nice organization things, but I haven't got there yet. It is helpful for just putting whatever I need to get up and out of the way. This doesn't look great, so maybe this is not going to be a great advertisement for this side cabinet, but it goes far. It goes back, and you can put a lot of stuff. So this is where Antonio and I put our clothes in bags, and we just pull them out and hide them in the day. And it looks like a tiny little cabinet, but we put our family games in there. There's a lot that you can stuff in there. This little trash can is super helpful. Well, we're part of a group, everybody that has the same model of trailer, and they show different things they get. We saw that on there. This trash can opens up, and it's just really convenient when you're doing food prep for meals. The sink, as you can see, is huge, and we have a large watermelon in it at the time. This time, because we're going to eat it on the beach, but we've really been able to do everything we need to do and still have a big watermelon in our sink. This does not come with the trailer, but we found it, and that's been a lifesaver too. I don't know if you know about Norwex rags, but I always have one in the camper because it's so nice for just cleaning up any mess and knowing that it's not going to get full of bacteria. So I always just keep one of those. You could, I guess, just get a microfiber rag if you wanted to. I like to try to wipe water up from these countertops because moisture can get underneath, and so I just try to keep it nice and dry. Anyway, one of my favorite features is this refrigerator that's literally like the size of a fridge you would have in an apartment. So this makes it really, really practical for a big family. I love being able to have ice cream and like popsicles when you're camping. It's so fun. Normally you wouldn't be able to do that because you don't have a freezer. The fridge is huge, not organized, but man, we can pack for a week and have everything we need. It's so great. We started getting magnets from the different places we go to, and whenever we look at the fridge, it reminds us of our different adventures. We love it. Right now, the girls sleep up top, so usually they each have a sleeping bag. We left Eliana's home, and she's just using blankets this time. And then the boys are on the bottom. In the day, we store our dirty clothes hamper right here, but right now, 4 kids can sleep on these 2 double-size bunk beds. And that's something we loved about this model as opposed to other bunkhouses that just had 2 twin size. Eventually, you know, this turns into a bed, and so probably the boys are going to get too crowded in there, and we'll put probably one of the boys here and one of the boys in the back bunk. But right now, while we can, we love not having to take the table down every night and put it back up. So we are just enjoying this as long as we can. And then my other favorite feature, this is where our big dog goes at night, or if we're hanging out in the day. It is so amazing that there's a built-in place for a big dog. And then when we're traveling, we have a big plastic bin that we put under there. You can also, we have a gate that we can attach, like right here and right there. Just one of the normal like baby gates. It works great. Now the bathroom, we added a couple little stick-on things to hang everybody's loofahs, scrubbers. We replaced the shower head with one that gives a lot more water pressure It's not the color I love, but we were on a budget and needed something, and it was like $16 and has amazing reviews, and literally it's made such a difference. We keep our bath mat in the shower and then just pull it out on the floor when we're taking a shower. It has a shelf with a mirror, or a cabinet with a mirror up top, and underneath, if you do end up going with this model, this cabinet under here, for some reason, they keep like a piece of wood right down here, and with one screw you can unscrew it and automatically double your storage space in the bottom cabinet. It also does not come with a toilet paper holder, but this is just it's like $8 at Amazon, and it's just a stick and peel, and everybody does that. Some people also do a stick and peel hand towel holder right there, which we might eventually. And a lot of people actually replace this faucet. That's the next thing we're gonna do, because as you can see, there's like no space between where the water comes out and the edge of the sink. But small complaints, really, and super easy fixes. I think it's like $20 to replace that faucet. So those are the spaces. They've worked really well for us. There's also accessible storage under this couch Murphy bed that attaches to the underneath from the outside storage, and under both of these dinette seats there's storage as well. So we keep all of our camping chairs and hammock and some different tent things like mosquito net tent in these storage places. So you can probably hear the air conditioner, and this is literally like, I can't explain how amazing it is to be in a hot area and have air conditioning all day, all night. It's wonderful. There's also a heater. It's just so great to be able to have all the conveniences you need, but really not be so enclosed in so much comfort that you forget to go outside. So that's what we love. It's like a glorified tent in the sense that we're a little bit cramped. Like, it's not a 30-foot trailer, it's 17 feet, but it always makes us just want to go explore and check out the trails and check out the park. And so it really, we've been so happy. We have no regrets at all. It's one of the best decisions we've ever made. We're so thankful we were able to do it. And we just wanted to share this information with other people who might be wondering if they're just a normal suburban family and wondering if it's even possible. If at all possible, if you can rearrange things like we had to trade in his commuter car for the Pathfinder. It had to be practical. We couldn't just buy an extra tow vehicle. We had to make it work on many different levels, and this really has worked, and we've been so blessed and so thankful, and hopefully you will be encouraged by this video. There's also these two cabinets above the dinette that really, that's your pantry, and what you need to add are these gas struts, because originally it didn't come with those, and you have to like hold this cabinet up with the top of your head while you're reaching in and grabbing stuff. So that, we just added those, and I'm like, why did we not do that sooner? But super easy, super cheap fix for that. So there's two cabinets and it goes all the way through. We got these bins to keep things organized, and it's worked really well. Another must-have, I would say, is that griddle. We use it all the time for pancakes, for toast, for eggs, for quesadillas. Super, super helpful, and we store it up there. Anyway, those are these cabinets, and it's where we store most of our dry food. And then I forgot, also, we have, I didn't open these up. I don't know if it's necessary, but just to see underneath there, it doesn't look good, so maybe I shouldn't open these up. But there's space for big things, like big pots and big bowls and a strainer. And we keep these here just so it doesn't like move all around while we drive. And I have bags in here because I have a glass container that I put inside there. Down here I keep Walmart bags for our trash, so we don't have to buy trash bags. And then behind these wooden things, our panels, is the access to the water. I think it might be the hot water heater, but also the like when you're winterizing, there's some stuff you have to access back there, and all you have to do is unscrew one screw, take those panels off, and you can winterize or de-winterize your trailer. Usually right here I also have coffee cups and a coffee maker. Like you boil the water in it, and then you put this other strainer inside and it makes the coffee. So there's room for that right there. Anyway, there's space. These Walmart bags don't look awesome, but it's great to not have to buy trash bags. This is also where it gives you information about your battery, your freshwater tank, your black water tank, gray water tank. You can turn some lights on inside and outside. You can turn your water heater on, your water pump if you're not connected to city water. And this is where you open and close the awning. And then the door has a nice feature where it can be just the screen door, and it has this pass-through area, which we use all the time when you're wanting to not open the full screen door all the time. We pass food through there, like a whole plate full of food can pass through this area, but right now we have it fully closed because we have our air conditioner on. And these curtains, they really like black things out, so you can sleep in if you want to, or you can lift it and have a beautiful view depending on where you are. So Antonio is going to walk you through some of the outside features. When you're first time RVer, there's a lot you have to learn. What do you think is the most important things that people need to know? I know we watched a lot of YouTube videos.
Yeah. I mean, there is a lot of information around there, but you kind of have to have the most important things. I'm not an expert, and I'm telling you, if I did it, you can do it. And so basically, we have a manual, how you call jack?
A manual jack, so he has to use his strength to lift it.
I have no problem with it.
Because he's strong.
We call them Legos. And those are very helpful because they are not heavy and you can store them. It's a good buy. You can find them in Amazon.
It helps to level, like if one side of the trailer needs to be higher than the other.
Usually in the left side you will find the water connection and the electricity connection. We have a filter. We don't drink water from the filter, but sometimes I make my coffee out of this and I feel better having a filter. One of the things you need to have is this is to protect the pressure of the water, because you don't know the campsites if they have a strong pressure. It's something that you need to have so you protect all the pipes of your trailer.
So you bought that and the hose and the filter.
Yeah,
right?
and I assigned a storage place for all the sewer connections and stuff. I try to keep it separated from everything. So
he has tubs that have the sewer pipes.
This is specifically to use for the sewer, and the hose for the city water connection has to be a special hose that it won't have any toxic plastic or whatever, so it will be safe for the family. Something that's very important for you to buy is this protector, surge protector. Don't get cheap surge protectors. You have to have maybe minimum like a $100 surge protector. There are so many in the market. This brand is Progressive Industries. We have been using it for almost a year, and it has been great. Before you coming into to hook your electricity, you have to be sure to make sure it's on off. Then you plug your surge protector, and you see it will tell you how to read the electricity. We haven't found any problem so far. The electricity comes out of here. You have this to protect from the box. This is the heater.
We had to buy those covers.
Yeah, so you never turn on the heater. You are not connected to the water because you will mess up your heater.
Your water heater. Mm-hmm.
And what else? Those all the sewer connections.
So why don't you talk about right now? We are not at a campground that has full hookup.
Yeah,
But
so you need to be very smart. We are 6 people, so showers, we usually, since we go to the beach all day, in our way back, we stop in the bathrooms.
the bathhouse, we all shower there.
Yeah, so I like to take showers before going to bed myself here.
But we bought this is a Rhino, and it's an external like sewage container.
Yes.
That then you connect this to the car, to the hitch, and you can go and empty it. Because it's amazing how much water you use, even just like washing dishes.
Yeah, you have 2 tanks, the gray one and the black one. You never open both of them at the same time. So what I do is some people don't use it for the black. We have no option, we have to do it. So I always empty a little bit of the gray one, then I close the gray one, and I open the black one, and just to release a little bit of what we have here. You have to be aware of the black one. I don't want to be overflow, obviously. The gray one, when you go overflow the first time, you notice is when you are in the shower and the water doesn't come out.
It comes back up through the drain, but that's just the gray water, like the water from the sinks, not from the toilet, thankfully.
Tomorrow we are leaving the campsite, so I want to leave some gray water when I'm releasing everything in the disposal here in the dumpster, in the dump station, and
to kind of cleanse it out.
yes. So this is very heavy, 36 gallons, so you need to be careful with your bag. I do it.
But that was one mistake we made the very first time we went camping.
Yes.
We underestimated our usage of water and how big our tanks were. So
Yeah, the tanks usually are small. Even the big rigs, they have small tanks.
We couldn't make it one night with all of our family using the water, and we realized we had to buy this extra Rhino tank. But you'll see it on the back of almost every RV. They have these.
The air pressure is very important for the safety of your tires, and obviously for all your trip. You have to make sure always to measure before leaving. And I have a pump that I connect to the battery, so it has more power, and I can put air to the tires.
We have this outdoor kitchen as well, which is great. So there's a fridge out here and a drawer. Some people attach some kind of a grill here because there's propane connection under here, and there's an outlet as well. There's also an outdoor outlet right here, which is great, and it's where we plug in our lights.
And here is where we have most of the tools, and I use a lot this area to store things. And here I have all the tools I need.
Another thing we learned on our Forest River group is that there used to be a panel right here that looked the same as this, but if you rip it off, and it's literally just held on by staples, you get access to this whole second layer of storage, and that's where we put some of our other camping chairs and umbrellas and long skinny things, benches. That opened up a whole bunch more storage space under here. Another thing I forgot to show was this outdoor shower, which is nice if you want to just wash off your feet, or I guess if we didn't have the bathhouse close, we could rinse off the sand from the beach out here without having it go into our gray water tank and fill all that up.
We definitely use this usually for dirty feet at night, but it's a nice feature. We'll probably replace this shower head as well to get a little more water pressure because it makes such a big difference.
So we hope this video was helpful and informative, and we hope it inspires you to go on adventures with your family.
Yeah, and the focus of all this is family time. Be able to connect with your children, with your spouse, and have a time for your family, and it's fun.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing I love is that since we've had this, when we go on our adventures, it helps us to disconnect, like fully disconnect, and it helps us to reconnect as a family. So disconnecting from just all the things that distract us, and
building memories as well
yeah.
for your kids and for the family. And we're just normal people. Me personally, I'm not a handy person. Sometimes I hesitate, or I kind of feel a little bit nervous about being able to fix things. I mean, so far we haven't had a major issue. We are wise in the sense of maintenance and precautions, but we really enjoy these experiences, these adventures, and it's a family-oriented. We love it.
We're usually booking our next trip on our drive back from where we were, because we just want to spend all of our time together and make the most of every opportunity.
And if you have any questions or comments, let us know.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you. See you. Bye.